All right. You know what it is? You know who it is. We're back. Brandon Gallagher here with another video. Today, we're talking about stop chasing that feeling when you work out. Let's check it out. Stop chasing that feeling, that quote unquote feeling. What I don't mean here is the good feelings after you work out, right? Like the mental clarity, you know, the endorphins that kick in, all the stuff that happens in our body that are positive, right? What I'm talking about is the type of workouts or trying to chase and do things that make you feel a certain way just because they feel a certain way and not because they're actually beneficial to results or actually getting you closer to where you want to be, right? So when we talk about this stuff, fitness is about results. It's about having a goal, having a plan, and attacking it. And this really goes for any aspect of life, but I'm going to stick with fitness, right? What do you want to do? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to gain weight? Do you want to gain muscle? Do you want to get stronger? Do you have an event? Whatever it is, what's that plan of attack? What's the date? How are we going to get there? And then taking action, right? That's what this is all about. When we start to chase that feeling or that burn or, you know, and we all know this feeling, and I don't know that I could put a single word to it, right? But that just feeling like you did something. And I think that's what everyone chases on a daily basis, and that feeling of accomplishment, right? We can get that in a lot of ways. And I think that early on in the process, people get too far ahead and they try to do too much at once and they try to chase this burn or, you know, again, that feeling that they did something. And not that this is bad, right? Because this is just people pushing themselves to want to do better, right? But people chase that feeling over real structure and real results, right? Like real structure within a program takes time. It takes months. It takes, you know, years often. You know, a lot of people see results from these bigger people, these bigger influencers, or these bigger people in fitness, and this has taken years, right? Even myself, and as I've shared, right, I started this journey 10 years ago just about, and now I'm where I'm at, where I'm finally starting to, you know, put the pieces all together to program for others, to program for myself, for the nutrition, and this takes time to learn, right? And early on, I made those mistakes too. I was chasing the feeling. I was trying to do too much. I was trying to make sure I felt like I did something at the end of the day. And instead, I should have been chasing the results and structure, or chasing structure to get better results. Now, the thing that I want you guys to understand is that feeling, right, early on is going to be a mirage or a facade, right? It's going to feel good. It's going to give you some bit of results early on. But once you get too far ahead, you're going to get there and you're going to think what you saw, right, isn't actually what it is. And this is what happens at a lot of these, you know, bigger chain fitness places or these high intensity interval training style gyms. You get this burn, you get this feeling, you're chasing this program, right? They're showing you a bunch of numbers, they're showing you a bunch of burn zones or whatever it is. And 6 months, 12 months down the line, you've reached a goal and then you plateau, right? And I think I've seen this too many times in my side of the fitness, right? People will come to me and say, hey, I've been doing this for a year and I don't feel good, I'm tired, my results have gone away. I did get good results at the beginning, they put me on this diet and now it's just kind of fallen off, right? And that's because you're chasing this feeling instead of structure that actually is going to give you results. And like I said, it's too easy to compare this to a mirage. You're walking, right? You think you see what you think you see and you get there and it's just not a thing, right? So chasing that feeling is essentially going to feel in the beginning that it's getting us there, and we don't have the structure or foundation in which we're going to be able to build and proceed forward with real results that are going to last and stay with us. And, you know, the last couple of things I want to talk about, not every workout should be a quote unquote pukey workout, right? Or that feeling like you're struggling to move or you're struggling to kind of, you know, get to that next day or that next thing. A lot of this stuff should be aimed towards health and fitness. And we always are going to have those days, right? We're going to have those test days or those days where we really start to push ourselves, and that's going to happen every single week. But what we don't want to do here is test ourselves every single workout and every single day and every single week, because eventually we're going to get to a point where the results are going to slow down, we're not going to be able to give our all, and we're going to get burnt out, or we're eventually going to get hurt, something along those lines, right? So every workout should not be pukey, but what we should be chasing is understanding that good, solid work that you're following and understanding the end goal is what we should be following. And last but not least, you know, slow and steady is always going to equal the best results. If you understand and look at programming, if you understand and look at the best athletes in the world, the best results in the world, right? You look at people who have lost weight just like myself and kept it off. This wasn't a process that I sped forward and did everything right at once and then, jumped back to my old habits. Like, you have to build habits here. You have to build a solid foundation, understanding of where you're at and understanding of where you want to go, and then use those habits and foundation to actually take yourself and sustain these results over an extended period of time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I've talked about this subject a lot. Chasing a feeling is something that gets you places in the beginning, but again, it's just a mirage, right? It's not going to actually give you the things that you're chasing long term. And understanding this whole thing that I just talked about is going to get you further. And if you want to have that conversation, let's talk about it. I'll see you guys next week. Peace.